I started the channel last year, which made me $20,000 in under 6 months, and ended up growing it to over 1 million subscribers using only YouTube Shorts. So I'll be going step by step into exactly how I did it so that you can copy me and do the same thing too. Now, the channel I'm actually talking about here is called Slam Dunk. It's a celebrity news gossip shorts channel that I started back in 2022 with my partner at the time, not Luke, which some of you might know. And the way we actually found this niche was by being a consumer of the content. And what I mean by that was that me and him would watch these videos on a regular basis anyways, even when we weren't creating them. So having that in the back of my mind that I enjoyed this type of content probably meant that other people did too. And seeing as most of these types of videos had millions and millions of views, the niche fit right into how we're going to post our content. And this is actually a very valuable lesson on how you can find niches as well. Seeing as I was someone who watched these videos every day, I knew what went viral and I knew what didn't, which made it so much easier for when I actually hopped in to make money, because the videos that popped just came like this to me. A really important thing as well when choosing the niche was that it was something I was actually going to enjoy. If you pick something that you don't think you're going to want to work on for a while, chances are it's never going to succeed in the first place, and that's just a fact. I'm not trying to make videos on avocados because I know that I don't care about it. Longevity is very important on YouTube. You need to be able to last months and even years on your channels, because that's how you're going to get to the top and consistently hit those $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 months. See, I've had channels that I've ran where I didn't enjoy them, and maybe they got a few 100,000 views, maybe made a few $100s, but after 2 or 3 months, I stopped, never worked on them again, and it was a complete waste of my time. This is not the type of person you want to be that works on one thing for a little bit, quits, and goes on to the next. The key to success in pretty much any business, especially YouTube, is sticking to one piece of content and channel for a very long time. Trust me, bro, that's the method. Next thing was the fact that we literally took control on every single video we posted. There was not one video that went up on that channel without us analyzing it very, very deeply. This was one of the most important factors to us succeeding, if I'm gonna be honest with you. Our first 5 to 10 videos didn't get views, but you know why that didn't matter? Is because we knew we were getting better every single time. And the only way to be confident in that is to put the hours into getting better, which is exactly what we did. Analyzing the swipe rate and retention was pretty much our only jobs for the first few weeks. If we saw that a graph would dip at the beginning, we instantly fixed it for the next video, and our hooks started getting better and better. This alone became a compounding effect as to why we started to get millions of views consistently. We basically had zero time difference between having an idea and executing on that idea. And even when times weren't looking as good and the videos weren't going as viral, one thing that we were confident with in YouTube Shorts is the fact that if you have good stats on your video, no matter if it takes 5 days, a week, or a month, your video will eventually go viral. There's multiple examples I'm gonna pop up here to show you that our videos were flat and got no views for actually weeks to months on end, sometimes even a year, before they eventually started getting millions. YouTube likes to play these funny games sometimes, so I can't really control it, but as long as we knew our stats were good, then honestly that's what eased our nerves. And later on in the video, I'm actually gonna go into how we found the formula to getting 10 million plus views every single video, because at a certain point of running this channel, there was almost no video that didn't get under like 10 or 15 million views. It was actually pretty disgusting, and I haven't really seen any other channel replicate that. And I think there was a specific reason we hit that on the dot. So stick until the end, because I'm gonna go pretty deep into that. Now, the third and arguably one of the most important factors that we used to succeed was analyzing the performance that we had to look at. And those made up of retention and swipe rate, like I talked about before. But to go even in more detail now, one thing that we started to realize as we posted more videos was that as the graph was flatter, the video performed better, even if the retention number wasn't as good. And the reason for that is because people literally just want to be satisfied with a good story, which is what we ended up finding out. I go way deeper into analyzing performance and retention in the YouTube Shorts program I have. There's like a whole module on exactly how to analyze your videos in order to be the best. And the reason I'm saying that is literally because analyzing performance is where most people should put all of their effort into, as it's literally the only important stat to improving video by video. YouTube is not a game of luck, it's actually a game of data, and if you understand how to read and analyze the data, you have a very high chance of consistently doing well and getting millions of views, making you thousands of dollars. This is one thing I've prided myself on becoming, because I've been at my computer studying graphs and back-end YouTube analytics for years now. And back then when we were running Slam Dunk, that was when it basically all started, and when I soaked up all of the information by posting daily, which is what I actually want to go into next. Keeping consistent is honestly one of the things that also kept us alive. Our videos were relatively higher quality compared to other short channels you see today, and the reason is because we put extra emphasis on making the edits, music, and feel of the video as good as possible. We knew that if we were at least a bit better than our competition, we were going to take them over, which we did. 1 million subscribers in 6 months is insane work, and so we almost never skipped an upload. There were times when I was sick, I was actually in the hospital at one point, and my partner Luke still edited the video on his computer because there was no way we were ever gonna miss a day. This is honestly one of the biggest plays as to how we gained so fast, because YouTube is all a game of exponential growth. If you post on day 1 versus day 5 or day 10, you're not gonna grow like this, it's really gonna be like that. I've actually posted a video a few months back around a channel I ran called Kimberly Shorts. I did a whole challenge around it, and as you guys saw from that video, the growth was not linear. It was pretty dead for weeks and weeks on end until it suddenly just popped off. That is the beauty and kind of the scariness of YouTube Shorts, but that's what also makes it so sick at the same time. Being consistent though at the end is something everybody has to keep in mind, because if you're not, there's almost no way you'll ever beat your competition or get any views versus the people putting in hours to make good content every single day. So lock in, buddy. After keeping consistent though, one of the biggest things we were worried about was how to stay monetized, because a big problem on YouTube Shorts is people not being able to get paid because of reused content, and there's a pretty easy fix around this that we use to always get paid. The problem is, back then with YouTube Shorts, there was something called a fund instead of the program, and so we weren't getting paid nearly as much as you should now. See, for the hundreds of millions of views that we got on that channel, we only made around $20,000, but now that would have been exponentially more. I'm talking more than 50K. But what can you do? At least I learned. See, the way to actually get monetized though, if you're using other people's clips like we did, is by editing your videos, meaning adding the voiceover, the music, the text, the captions, all that good stuff. If you actually just go and refer to YouTube's partner program policies, you can see what they allow and don't. It's pretty simple. They have a do's and don't section, and if you just stay away from what they don't want and stick to what they do, you have a very good chance of making money. But let's say you don't get accepted, there's still very easy ways that you can appeal to get reinstated like that. All you have to do is make an appeal video that's around 3 to 4 minutes long, showing why you deserve to be monetized. And the way to do that is by showing you editing your videos, adding your captions, your music, all that good stuff, and explaining to YouTube why you're a real person and not a robot just stealing content, and then you should be good to make money. That's how we did it and ended up making thousands from a channel like this, and that's how it's done to this day. After taking care of all of that though, one of the biggest things I've learned that I want to talk to you guys about is setting proper goals. We never expected to get millions of views on our first video, but we did expect this to get better step by step, and that's the biggest thing tons of you forget. There's a 1 in a million chance that you're gonna go viral on your first video. What you really need to be focused on is just simply making a good piece of content. That's what it all comes down to at the end of the day. And the coolest thing about YouTube Shorts is that it doesn't require those barriers to entry. You can be from any country, you can be any age, and as long as you make these videos focused to English-speaking audiences and are willing to learn every single day, there's absolutely zero chance that you're not gonna succeed. One of the people who actually watched these videos and is in the newsletter, all that good stuff, sent me a message the other day using the frameworks I teach that's now making over $1,000 a day with YouTube Shorts. And he's not from any of the first world countries. That just goes to show you that you literally have no excuse. I have tons more screenshots like this, but I think that's the coolest one to show you as an example. Now, if we actually look at the backend analytics of the channel, I'm gonna be able to show you the formula we use to hit those consistent 10 million view videos. I'm not gonna lie, I might not be the most fair person in the world, but what I do know is how to get a viral video. And honestly, one of the craziest methods we found to doing this consistently was by seeing an idea that someone else had made on Shorts, taking it for ourselves, and then posting it and going viral. I just did a little dance there, but bro, it's facts. I even would look through hours of Mr. Beast podcasts or any of these celebrities, see interesting things they said, and wrapped it into a whole story, even if it didn't mean much. As long as there's a soundbite or a little sentence of something that someone says is interesting, that's the green light for you to get a banger 10 million view video. Which means that now, with how much YouTube is paying, that would be anywhere from $1,200 to $2,000 without sponsorships. I could literally go so much more in depth into this, but that's honestly such a banger method that we used on these videos to go viral on Slam Dunk. So that's a ton of the lessons I learned posting YouTube Shorts for over 100 days and getting to the top by getting millions of subscribers. I actually have a free training I recorded a few weeks back that I'll link in the description of this video so that any of you who want to go more in depth can take a look at. It's completely free, you can watch it right now, and I need all of you to subscribe.